What's up, everybody? I'm calling this my first show, even though it's not my first show. I've done a lot of videos over the past probably 5 years um, on my favorite topic, which is homelessness. And the reason I do this particular topic, I kind of want to talk about why it still exists. So I called this video How to Grow a YouTube channel because I really want to grow this. And I was checking out titles, and they said if you put in how to something, that it attracts more people. So I want to basically see how to grow my channel. So if you're watching, you are a potential subscriber, and hopefully you can observe my progress, and this channel will grow over the course of 2019. So I'm like, how to grow a homeless channel in 2019. That's what I call this video. And we're going to see how to grow it because I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on growing this channel this year. So we're right about January, 10th. January 10th is the day I'm starting. I know because I've got a big assignment due tomorrow because I'm working on recertifying for my, I'm working on my recertification to go back into the classroom. But let me tell you, that's what got me out here. That's what got me. I call out here any place that is different from my conventional living, which I lived in before. You know, I lived in a very nice apartment. Um, I was on a golf course. I commuted to work every day. And one year there was like writing on the wall. There was the writing on the wall the year before that they were going to lay off a lot of teachers. But, they always called us back. So I was like, yeah, what else is new, so to speak. I mean, when you hear layoff, you don't take it lightly. But I really didn't think it was going to happen in the way that it actually did. I mean, they laid off 4,000 of us. Um, it was just bad. It was just bad. And generally, they would lay us off and then they would rescind it and we'd come back, the following year at a different school, that sort of thing. This year, it was no joke. They laid us off and didn't call us back. Uh, there were a lot of, they made us reapply for our job. That's what it was. We were all pretty much terminated. We had to reapply. And if you were in a school where the principal didn't like you, well, and they had to hire you, then you probably weren't going to get rehired. So that happened to a lot of people. They wrote a whole lot of bogus evaluations about us. The evaluations were so bad and so bogus that they actually had to expunge them at one point because, I mean, my principal, when she interviewed me, because she wasn't even going to interview me because we weren't on good terms, and Human Resources said you cannot leave anyone out of the interview process. So she called me in, and here I have. I taught. I was near retirement. I've taught for probably 25 years, and she calls me in and she says, well, I'm not sure if teaching is really what you should do. Maybe you should go work in a nursing home. And I mean, it was like, it was, it was so bizarre. That's all I can say. It was bizarre. Can't even explain how I felt in that room. And so after she said all this stuff to me about, why I shouldn't be a teacher, then she evaluated me based on maybe one or two visits to my classroom. So the way my scoring went, I got like 50% out of 100 was because she couldn't really dispute things like attendance or my grade. But those little gray areas like classroom management and all that sort of thing, she just had a field day and just said I was a terrible classroom manager, just all kinds of stuff. So, to keep this brief, as it turned out, yes, I was one of the ones who didn't get called back. And man, I realized that check wasn't coming in, and it got pretty tough. Um, but I'm like, I'm not going to fall down because I know how to work. Unlike a lot of people, I had learned how to work in a factory after I got my degree. After I got my teaching degree, I had learned how to work in a factory. And I knew I could work in a factory during the summer. I thought would have my unemployment. But you know, I'm going to tell you, homelessness doesn't work like that. It doesn't work on your schedule. It works on its own schedule. Plus, I had savings. I had a savings account. So I'm like, you know, between my savings account, my unemployment, being able to work, I'm good. Wasn't good because let me tell you what happened. Um, First of all, just being home, laid off, let me be around my apartment a lot more than I had been before. And I started noticing little things that had gone undone, like I had reported a leaking ceiling, a leak in the ceiling. And one day when I was there, I heard some dripping, and I said I probably didn't hear it because I was always rushing out, you know, and I would work all day and come back in late, and I probably just did not notice. So I called the people and I let them know. And I think since I've been there for so long and hadn't noticed it, I think they got a little upset. You know, that was probably out of character for me. So, and I didn't go through all the processes I need because I was short on money. My mind wasn't really focused. Um, so, to make a long story short, I just kind of let some things slip. And I slipped through the cracks, and before I knew it, I was getting an eviction notice. I went to court, and the guy had promised me that with repairs, the last thing I remember, he said, if you've got a repair, they won't evict you. But so I had all of my letters. Judge didn't even want to see any of my stuff. He was like, boom, da da da. The attorney said, oh, she's got one of those. I think he called it Jack in the Box attorneys. You know how you get paid for like prepaid and stuff like that. He was like, oh, he ridiculed my lawyer or my defense or my attorney services. And so the judge was like laughing, like, boo, you know, you can't do anything. And so that's what happened. So, you know, I got evicted, da da da, and that's when things started to crumble. When you get evicted, because now you're no longer a first class citizen. Citizens who don't have conventional housing in their name, it's a rough world. And that's what I found out. So this channel is going to be about me talking about my struggles. I've been very involved since then in advocacy um, for some of the many things that I've seen that are just being done horribly wrong. How so many people aren't even engaged, even not even lifting a finger to try to help this crisis. You know, you hear a lot of these holiday events and turkeys and coats and all this stuff, blankets, but for the most part, those things don't really solve the crisis. They are far from solving the crisis. So I think I'm going to call this series, as I try to grow it, How to Grow a YouTube channel talking about homelessness. And hopefully you'll come back and check them out. Now, I've done a lot of videos, but I recently started looking into how you can um, grow your subscribers, grow your um, views, and all of that. And I said, you know, I'm gonna try this, and I think that title is appropriate: How to Grow a YouTube Channel. You know, when you're homeless and when you're talking about homelessness. So this is sort of an experiment. I hope that people will subscribe and engage with me. I can explain what I've experienced uh, dealing with homelessness in America, this thing they call homelessness, which is really a myth, but I'm not going to go into all that right now. So I've also studied some videography over the years since I've been out here, and I'm hoping this channel is going to take off and that you will enjoy it and get something out of it. And if you got something out of this video, please like it and subscribe, as people typically say. And yeah, catch me on the next video. My name's Lit, and I'll talk to you soon.